when I was telling a few of my mates, obviously, I'm interviewing you tonight. It's massive. Most of them are fight fans, but it feels like since the Volk trilogy, you've now become somehow more of a star. Have you noticed a difference since that incredible three fights in terms of how you interact with fans?
Oh man, I don't know, bro. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you, man. That's pretty cool to hear. But all I do is focus on just getting better. Just focus on getting better, focus on getting a title shot again, and get that fourth time.
Mate, so when I was doing a bit of research today, because you've been around since forever, like I remember for me when I first took notice of you, the Cub Swanson fight in 2015, which was like your bloody like 10th UFC fight. You've been around, but
Yeah.
you're only 31. Now, I just
Mhm.
heard you on the Andrew Schultz podcast, which was fantastic. And you were saying you think you still got another 5 or 6 years in you. Can you talk me through a little bit of how you would even motivate yourself, considering you've done everything in the UFC already?
The motivation is be title. Title fights, legacy fights, big fights, records, and more records. They call me the 3K man of strikes landed.
Yeah,
I have a shot this Saturday to have 3K significant strikes landed. So, why not aim for 4K? So we see what happens. There's a lot of records meant to be broken, a lot of things that I want to set, a lot of titles that I still need to win, and a lot of history, man. History is what motivates me. So as long as I'm healthy, I'm good. Uh, my wife, my family, my team, as long as they stand behind me and keep me on my rocker. I wanna retire the game of fighting. I don't want the game to retire me.
yeah.
If that makes sense. So that's the motivation.
So that was going to be my leading question. Actually, it's so hard in any sport for athletes at your level to be able to choose when to go out. Sometimes the sport does choose for them. Is that something that you have paid a fair bit of thought towards?
For sure, 100%. From changing up our training a little bit, from going to doctors all the time, body health, brain health, gut health, the list goes on. We're doing everything that we possibly can to keep me sharp, keep me going, and just to keep up with these younger guys that's coming up, these younger guys that's coming up in the sport, they're more athletic, they're more, I don't know what they're eating nowadays. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, it's just staying with the sport. If I can still keep leading the pack, then I'll stick around. Once I start getting the mid pack, I'm like, I'm good.
Mate, I want to talk about Korean Zombie in a second, but I just wanted to get your thoughts quickly on. I saw you'd spoken a little bit about that you watched Izzy's doco. We live in a really weird time now where men have only just suddenly been able to talk about mental health as a thing, where it's not seen as a weakness. You're Max Holloway, like one of the guys that even casual fight fans knows about. Can you talk to me about how you've dealt with the highs and lows of a professional career, all of it in the spotlight, which everyone can see?
It's just talking to people, reaching out. I'll be lying to you if I was one of those guys that did not believe in depression. Like I didn't believe in it before. I had a friend that dealt with it from when he was like an intermediate, and he's my best friend now, and I would always give him shit. And then you know, I ran into it while fighting, and I was like, holy shit, I felt like a scum, after. I was like, damn, I apologized to him after because at the end of the day, it's hard. You don't want to tell nobody about it. You don't want to talk about it, but that's the only way. That's the only way you can get through it. I like to say, bless yourself. You need to bless yourself first, and then you need to ask for help, because that's where the blessings really come. Is when you start reaching out to friends, and if you reach out to friends and that guy's not trying to help you, then find new friends, man. That guy, that guy ain't for you.
Mate, you seem incredibly level-headed. I know people, like to say it's because you're Hawaiian, which is probably possibly true, but I guess it also helps a lot that you seem like you have a very settled life outside of the fight sports, that you have other stuff to concentrate on. Seems like you switch off very quickly.
Yeah, I come from very humble beginnings. I was raised by my grandparents, and it wasn't like I ever missed a hot meal. We always had electricity. We always had food. I mean, I always got a new pair of shoes every school year. I got new clothes every year. Life wasn't crazy hard, but at the end of the day, it was humbling. We couldn't just go out and eat all the time, or we couldn't just spend money all the time. So I understand what it is, and I had friends that didn't eat hot meals every
Mm.
day, and um, you know, wasn't didn't have parents or even grandparents there. So I saw it through a different light, and I was like, damn, this is crazy. We're all human. We're all human, at the end of the day. Even with all this success or money, just because I'm more known than you or have more money than you, that doesn't make me a better human being than you. So, at the end of the day, that's the way I live by. Shake the janitor's hand is something that always stuck with me. I don't care you own the business. I don't care you cleaning up for the business. I'll shake your hand. As long as you show respect and be nice and you receive it. Whatever you give out to the world, it comes back tenfold.
That thing about respect. Now, it's obviously but you've been the guy at featherweight for so long. Someone fighting you can be, the career moment for them. Is that something that you think is possibly maybe a little bit of strength of yours? That, all right, guys, they show everyone show so much respect towards you. Sure, they take the fight seriously, but do you think that in any way gives you an advantage?
I have no idea. I didn't
Yeah.
even think of that. You know what I mean? I know where you're coming from, and when you see it, and then people tell me after the fight, talk to me after the fight. Even like downstairs today, I was walking down past other fighters, and one of my managers told me, "Oh, you see a guy is like, is freaking out. That somebody else is on the card," and I was like, "Man, I don't know. I'm just me. I'm like, it is what it is. I'm just here to do my job and go home, play some video games, eat some good food, and go on with life." So it's pretty cool to hear, pretty cool to see, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it more later on down the road. But right now you can't enjoy that. You gotta stay like you gotta stay hungry like these young guys coming up and these younger guys coming up. I mean, I'm the same, almost the same. I'm just a little bit older than some of these younger guys, so I gotta keep my mind straight like that.
Mate, when we talk about these younger guys coming up in the 145 division, what's your take on I guess, the current health at 145 in terms of competitors and the like?
I think it's exciting. I think it's exciting. I got to fight Arnold already. There's a bunch of other names out there that's coming up, and I'm excited, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. Forget it. Like I said, title run is on my mind. Whatever it takes to get there, and then defending the title a bunch of times is still on my mind. So we see what happens. We see what happens. First thing first is TKZ.
Yeah, man.
I'm expecting the best Korean zombie there is. This man had a 1 year, 4 months to get his body right, his mind right, his personal life, his fighting life, whatever it is, all in check. He know what it takes to be at a championship level. He been in those championship fights, so I'm excited to see the best Korean zombie come Saturday night.
There's a little bit of mystery involved with that. As you said, it has been a year or 4 months since he last fought. Do you think you'll be expecting a different version of Zombie than previous?
Oh yeah, for sure. The best version of zombie. I think we need to expect. Look what I was able to do being talked the way I was. At the end of the day, you're only as good as your last fight. A lot of people sleeping on Korean just because his last fight was Volk. My last fight was Volk before Arnold, and you saw how wild people was talking. And we went out there pretty wrong. So at the end of the day, I ain't gonna fall for a trap. I expecting the best zombie that there will ever be is gonna be this zombie. Talking about retiring maybe or whatever before this fight. So why not go out a bang? So I'm ready for him.
Mate, uh, as you've been in this game for so long, have you found that fight week with the cutting weight and whatever, is that getting easier for you because you know the game so well, or it sucks you're getting older, everything gets harder?
It's fine. It's fine for me. I mean, I think so when I was younger, it was a little worse because then I had no control over whatever I wanted to do. Now I'm older, now I'm smart. I'm like, yeah, it's probably not the best, not the best to do that, or not the best to eat that at this time. So I think it's getting better. You get smarter. Like I said, I got a bunch of doctors on the team. I got a great coaches behind me, period. So, and my beautiful wife keep me in check too. So
Out
it's
here,
it's all combination.
out here rocking cheekbones like you're going to be on Vogue. Look at those things. Um, Mate, I just want to quickly talk. So one of the most famous things for you, the Calvin Cater fight, obviously with the teaching and blocking, all that. I always thought someone like you'd be going back to muscle memory during a fight. You've trained for so long, there wouldn't be much head noise, wouldn't be much talking to yourself. But it seems like it's the complete opposite for you. Would that be correct?
What was that again? Should say that again, Ross?
I was just saying, like, I would have thought, like, in terms of fighting, that you would just be, there wouldn't be much head noise. It would be straight muscle memory, doing your job,
Mhm.
working through. But it seems like when you're talking on the Schultz podcast, there's completely different. Like, you talk in person, but also talk to yourself a bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember I keep receipts, man. I love keeping receipts, man. And then when I mean when you're there, you're fighting, you hear voices, I heard DC, heard my coaches. I could hear his coaches, and sometimes you just gotta let them know.
Mate, the DC relationship, it seems like it's one of the most intense but also friendly relationships. Are you both on the same page? Are you both being friendly, or maybe one person's being a little bit more intense than the other?
Nah, nah, but I got nothing but love for DC. He might be a little bit more mad because I'm the baddest man on the planet, but it is what it is, bro. The guy got to take his L. He got to enjoy his retirement. If he really wanted to settle it, he would have came out of retirement fighting by now. But he stood at the desk, so we're okay.
You still rocking that jacket at all?
Dallas man?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, 100%, bro. You gotta let the world know.
I love that. Mate, I have one final question for you. Um,
Yeah.
you've been in a bunch of fights. You've surely seen with the hurt you've put on people, a fighter maybe not give up, but at least lose that little bit of a grasp. Can you talk me through those moments where you can see that in a fighter's
Yeah.
eyes?
I mean, that's the best feeling in the world. Everybody keep talking about, oh, this and that, and finish fights, or you can't knock guys out, you still killing them. I'm like, brother, there's a difference between a kill. When you kill somebody, they have no choice. No choice. Let's just go out, boom, gone. When you're punching someone over and over again, you're just watching them wilt and you're looking at them and they gotta decide, like, look, am I gonna fight back here or this is just it? That's one of the best feelings in the world. You literally taking another man's soul, snatching him and telling him, good job, thank you, come again. So that's one of the best feelings for sure.
That's fantastic. What are we looking for on Saturday night? How's this going to end?
The last fight was still here, reminding people we're still here. The motto here is undeniable. I just want to be undeniable, man. Make a statement against TKZ, get the job done, be undeniable, and go from it. Go from there.